Okay. Second take on the Delta video because I'm filming it the same day I'm filming another video and I forgot to turn the mic on. So let's train Delta really fast. I mean, we already trained her technically, but let's just kind of work her again a little bit. Ignore the problem over there. It's just a problem. Hi, baby. And now I have all my gear on, so I guess it worked out. Oh, my phone's not pointing the right direction. Hang on. So sorry, this is chaotic, but this is what you're going to get from me. Because I'm weird. Okay. Hi, baby. Come here. Sit. Anyway, she's a really great dog. She's goofy. She's friendly. But I was really talking about her temperament because she's young. So she's a little crazy. Okay, sit, stay. You are a chewer. No, wait. You are a chewer, and I need to get this out of your kennel. You stole it. You stole it, and now you're chewing it. You're okay. Oh my goodness. Come on, place. Good girl. But anyway, she's young. She is, let's see, she was 24 months in October. So that puts her at like 28 months now, I think. Thereabouts. So she's really good. She's really great. But she's energetic. But overall, she's really steady. You know, and I was talking about, again, my mic was off. I filmed this already. So I'm not going to talk about all the stuff I talked about. But we don't know her full history. We don't know the breeder she came from, because she supposedly did come from a breeder. Good girl, heel. Good girl. But she potentially came from a working line breeder. Good girl. Which would explain her coloring. This is a very working line coloring. My friend in Pennsylvania, she also has a male, smaller than her, but almost the exact same color. And he's gorgeous. Smaller, like I said. He's like maybe 3/4 her size. I don't know why her shepherds are so tiny, but they are. Sit. Good girl. Good girl. Okay. Sit. Good. She's anticipatory. That's why she's forging and heel. And also, I have always done this where I treat across my body. Everybody says not to do it. Everybody. Like, there are so many people that say not to do it. There are also people that say it doesn't matter where the treat comes from. It matters where you treat the dog. Okay. And I'm of that belief because no dog I've ever had that I've worked with consistently, good girl, that I've worked with consistently, sit. Nope. Sit. Has ever had a huge problem forging and heel. Okay. And I have a dog that's a rally novice. He has a rally novice title. He's the only dog that I have titled because I live in a very rural area that doesn't have a lot of shows around. Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am. Hello. Heel. We're working on this right now. Oh, such a good girl. I was having to take a step back and guide her into that position. Just tonight, as I was filming my video with no microphone, I realized she could do it without it. And we've only done it maybe six or 8 times with this step back, which I'm going to show you. Good girl. This is how I've been doing it. Delta heel. Yes. Taking that stride back with that back leg, that left leg, and then back up into the position. Because I wanted her to learn, it's a rear end awareness thing. So she will learn over time and with working more rear end awareness that she has 4 legs, not 2. You know they have it, but it's a coordination issue. I was just talking to a friend of mine the other day about this. Heel. They understand they have 4 legs. Nope. But it's like a toddler that's just learning how to move their body. Good girl. She doesn't understand her coordination with 4 legs. Down. I have been working you not that long. Back up. Sit. Down. Good. The reason I backed her up, this is how clingy this dog is. She is currently laying her head on my foot. The reason I backed her up in heel was because she forged ahead. She forged in front of me, which is a horrible habit she has. But she's so wiggly. She lays down and she kicks the floor, and she forges her, just like she swims on the floor for a second, and it's like the weirdest thing ever. But she's panting right now, and I'm slowing her down, because if I didn't slow her down, she would be doing laps in this building and she would be knocking everything over, and I would have a bigger mess than I already do. Place. Teaching this dog how to be calm, though, it's such an underrated thing to teach your dog to be calm. Because I teach my dogs to go on place. Don't get off place until I tell you you can get off place. And it becomes a place for them to calm. It becomes a place for them to relax, because whenever they go onto place, I'm in a calm energy. I'm never stressing my dogs out when they get on place. The only thing I will ever do on place sometimes is add distractions, and distractions are simply another dog. But typically that dog is just coming out and getting put on a place bed. Sometimes I will challenge them and do heel work in between or next to the place bed. That is the extent of the stress I put on them on place bed. I think at some point you definitely should challenge your dog with throwing balls and toys and playing with other dogs around it. But that's proofing the behavior. That's not necessary to train calm in that position. It's just proofing the behavior. And so that's my take on that one. But I have a lot of opinions. It's just dog trainer thing. We have a lot of opinions. We're very opinionated. But she's also hungry and she wants her dinner. Yes, she got treats, but she didn't eat a lot of them. Because of where she's at in training, and because I've worked with her so much, I do not give her a treat every single time I ask for something. You know, I'll give her a treat every other time or every 3 times, but I don't give her a treat every single time. And that's just, you know, on reinforcement schedules and kind of teaching your dog to not expect a treat every time so that they're more reliable. That's all that is. Now I'll pair it with aversives. I'll pair it with an e-collar. I'll pair it with slip lead pressure. It's just, I don't know. I like using both because it creates a lot of clarity. Using aversives and positive reinforcement in the same training session creates so much clarity as long as you're using them both correctly. Because if you're not using them both correctly, then you're not doing anything. Hi, baby girl. She's a very handler-oriented dog. And I think it's just a shepherd trait. She's my only full shepherd. Good girl. And so I think it's just a shepherd trait, being handler-oriented. But she is so handler-oriented. She also knows equipment comes off and it's dinner time. What are you doing? Don't knock that over. My new tripod isn't the steadiest thing in the world. Come here. Good girl. But I like how handler-oriented she is. Some people wouldn't like that. Sometimes I don't like how handler-oriented she is because she's too handler-oriented. Like, she's not independent. But that's just her breed. They're not an independent breed. You know, shepherds are just not. It's like having a border collie. You know, they're not they are a more independent breed, but they're not as independent as a Great Pyrenees or a Cane Corso, like Percy. He is independent. He's a lot more independent. And that's just because he's got Cane Corso in him. That's it. He's got Cane Corso in him. You are going to get your dinner in just a minute. So he's more independently minded. But anyway, both these videos were long, but at least the mic was on.